Can you imagine a K-pop artist who not only dominates the global music scene, but is also officially recognized as the most valuable asset by the world's entertainment giant agencies? That question has now been answered with a surprise announcement from HYBE, who recently named BTS's Jungkook as their most valuable asset for 2025. A news that left millions of fans around the world speechless, then cheering in euphoria. Not a few suspect, Jungkook's status as Golden Magne is enough to prove how valuable he is in the eyes of the industry. However, HYBE's official statement this time was not just an ordinary flattery. In other words, Jungkook is now considered the center of gravity that drives the wheels of HYBE's future success. From his golden voice, mesmerizing choreography, to his unrivaled stage appeal, Jungkook is not just an idol, he is an invaluable symbol of global power. What makes this announcement even more emotional is the way HYBE emphasizes that Jungkook is not just a profit-making artist, but also an inspiration, a cultural icon, and a representation of the company's vision. As if to admit that without Jungkook, HYBE's strategy map in 2025 will not be the same. For the ARMY, this news is a validation of what they have believed for a long time. Jungkook is not just a shining young star, but a light that continues to grow, influence, and never go out. Now, the world is witnessing how a young man who once debuted in his teens transformed into the most valuable asset on the international music scene. The question now is, if the year 2025 has only just begun with a confession of this magnitude, what other surprises will Jungkook present next? The world was waiting, and HYBE seemed to give the code that the Golden Magne's journey had just entered a more extraordinary chapter. If HYBE dares to call Jungkook the most valuable asset of 2025, it is certainly not without big plans behind it. Many industry analysts believe that this recognition is a strong signal that Jungkook will be at the center of HYBE's global projects, ranging from solo albums on an international scale, collaborations with the world's biggest names, to a possible mega concert tour that could break sales records. The signal has actually been seen since some time ago. Jungkook has always managed to dominate the global charts with just one release, making world-class brands flock to make him the main face and triggering viral phenomena on social media every time he performs. HYBE seem to realize they have a rare gem that not only shines in Korea, but also has an unusually strong magnet in the international market. However, what makes many parties even more curious is how HYBE will maintain a balance between Jungkook's status as an individual artist and his role as a member of BTS. Does this recognition mean that the main focus will be on his solo career in 2025? Or is this precisely HYBE's way of building a path towards BTS's return as a group with Jungkook at the forefront? For fans, this announcement feels like both a gift and a promise. A reward, as they finally hear official recognition of Jungkook's talent and influence that they've admired for years. Promises, as this opens the door to grandiose projects that could make 2025 one of the most monumental eras of his career. One thing is for sure, the world will continue to highlight Jungkook's every move after this confession. With a title as HYBE's most valuable asset, public expectations will be even higher. But if you look at his track record so far, there is probably only one thing we can believe. Jungkook has always managed to exceed expectations. Reactions from the ARMY around the world flooded social media just minutes after the official announcement was broadcast. The hashtag #JungkookHYBE Greatest Asset 2025 immediately dominated the global trending topic, with millions of tweets full of pride, excitement, and enthusiasm. Many wrote that this moment felt like validation for Jungkook's entire struggle since his debut at a young age to now become the center of world attention. Not only fans, international media also highlighted this news. Major outlets such as Billboard, Rolling Stone, and Forbes gave it a special spotlight, calling HYBE's move a clear proof of how powerful Jungkook's influence is in the global entertainment industry. Some analysts even considered that the strategy of placing Jungkook as a major asset would strengthen HYBE's position as the #1 entertainment company in the world, while pushing BTS to a higher level when they get back together. On the other hand, Many international artists and music producers also gave Jungkook open praise. They considered this recognition of HYBE very reasonable, considering that she has a complete package: a golden voice, stunning dancing abilities, natural charisma, and an incredible work ethic. There is even speculation that this recognition is just the beginning of a series of major collaborations that may be announced in the near future. For ARMY, every word of this compliment further reinforces the belief that Jungkook not only belongs to BTS or HYBE, but also belongs to the world. They believe, with this new status, the Golden Magne will pave the way for more new history to be recorded in the music world. One of the strongest predictions is the possibility of a solo album on a global scale. Given the huge success of previous releases that immediately conquered the Billboard and Spotify charts, it is not surprising that HYBE will prepare a full-fledged album with the collaboration of the world's top artists. Big names like Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, or even legendary pop singers could have made it onto the list of surprising collaborations. In addition to the album, there was also speculation about Jungkook's solo world tour. Imagine a BTS member who has a giant global fanbase, standing alone on a grand stage with millions of fans ready to fill huge stadiums. If this really happens, it is likely that the tour will be one of the most phenomenal in music history, even breaking BTS's own record. Not only in music, Jungkook is also said to be the main face of the famous brand's global campaign. From fashion to technology, many big companies are believed to be scrambling to secure Jungkook as an ambassador. If that happens, its status as a HYBE asset is not just a matter of music, but also a symbol of economic and cultural strength.